Welcome to my first ever video about my sports cards. So, a lot of people that know me personally know that I'm very much into collecting sports cards, mostly hockey and a little bit of basketball and some baseball. So, in this video, I'm going to show you my collection of Elias Pettersson cards, who happens to be right about now my favorite player in hockey. So, there's quite a few of them and a lot of the same. So we'll see here, nice and slow. All right, so that's an oversized Young Guns right there, and these come in special blaster boxes. And I'm not going to go into prices, but I'm going to try to give you my best estimate as per the video that you're seeing today. If I'm off a little bit, well, I'm just basing it off of what I'm seeing on eBay. So I figured these are around 30 bucks each, and there's a couple of them. Then I have some ungraded Young Guns. Now, if you'll notice here, there's like a portraits card on the back. What I've done is I've actually sealed them in plastic to prepare them for grading later. I don't have grading sleeves for them because apparently they're in very short supply nowadays, especially with the pandemic. So here's another Pettersson Young Gun Raw. Those three Young Guns there, the raw ones, probably are around between $100 and $120. But if they grade very high, then they can be very pricey. These ones here, I believe, grade well, and I usually will keep the ones that are going to grade well, and I'll get rid of the other ones and either trade them or sell them to somebody else. So now let's talk about some graded Young Guns. So I'm going to take those aside, and let's talk about some graded Young Guns. So this one here is probably the worst one I have. It's just a regular 9. And after that, they get better and better. So if you want, you can keep a count. This is my first video, so I can't really, haven't figured all the kinks to how to count and put counters on the screen. But anyway, there's one. If you count the other 3 I showed you, that this is the 4th one. Here's another 9.5. It's not a true gem, so you can see here that one of the subcategories is not a 9.5. So these are gem mint, but not true gem. There's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Notice that the categories have a 9 somewhere. There's another one, and 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 another one. I'm sounding like DJ Khaled right now. There's another one, and there's another one. So according to my count, let me see here, that's 8, 16. I got 18 of them on this table that are 9, 1 9, and the rest are 9.5s. The 9.5s probably go for around 200 bucks, maybe a little bit below that. But the prices do fluctuate again with the season. And those definitely, when the games start again, they'll be up around 2.25, or even higher, like 250. So now we get into the true gems. So this is called a true gem, as you can see here. If we get the zoom going, the subcategories, the subgrades are all 9.5s. So you can see that there. When you have 9.5s all around or better, that's called a true gem. These are the ones that people want. These ones here are 280 bucks approximately. If I crack this and send it to PSA, I'm pretty sure that a large proportion of these will come back a 10. Even some of the ones that you saw earlier have a chance of being a 10, especially if it's the centering that's the low category. There's another true gem, so we can count them up here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's move that over. 9, 10. I got a few more here. 11. Okay, so those are true gem, and they're all, like I said, 9.5s all around. Now you can have true gem or better, so let me just put those over here and continue. These ones here have subcategories that are greater than 9.5s all around. So this is still a true gem, but would actually go for a little bit more because of the extra value of the 10. Something like this is going to get you closer to a PSA 10 almost certainly. And when you get to PSA 10s, then the cards, the PSA 10 will probably fetch you a better price than the Beckett 9.5 will. Although I'm really more of a fan of the Beckett grading because it has the subcategories. So there's a better than 9.5. And again, another one with 1 of the 10 in the subcategory. And then another 10 in the subcategory. Here's an interesting one. It's actually a Beckett 10. And if you look here, it's hard for me to get the focus there, but you see there you have 3 10s and a 9.5. Maybe the camera will take a look and do a better job than me. What I'll do is I'll remove the other ones off the table here and start talking about these higher ones. So this particular year, 18-19 Upper Deck, is notorious for having bad grades. In fact, at the time this video was made, I'm almost certain, since I think I checked it about a month ago, I'm almost certain that there is no Black Label 10 Pettersson. So this basically is the top of the population for young guns for Pettersson. And from that count, I believe there was less than 30. I don't want to say exactly, I think it was 28, but let's just say that in the worst case, it's around 30. And I've been trying to collect as many of these as I can. So right now you're looking at 1, 2, 3 of them. So I actually have 3 of these Pettersson 10s. And they are probably one of the most sought after cards for young guns in the past 5 years. Just because of the rarity. And I think as Pettersson gets better and better, I think you're going to see that these cards will go up. I'd estimate that the going value for these is probably around 12 to 1300. At this point, there is one on eBay that's asking around 1400 Canadian, but I would mention that in private discussion with that seller, I probably can get the card for around 1350 or 1400, the worst. So then, here's a couple more cards of Pettersson, just some variations. There's a clear cut, so you can see here that you have a clear cut acetate card, and this one's a 9. It's kind of disappointing here because you see the surface got an 8.5. This card, you can't really see it, but when I got the card, it has kind of like a skid mark on the front of it. I mean, if I were to go through and I'd probably crack this one open again and give it another shot in terms of achieving a higher grade. But yeah, 210 subcategories is pretty damn good. It kind of sucks that you got the 9.5 there. But anyway, and I do have an exclusive, but it's not the Young Gun exclusive. It's the checklist exclusive. But you can see that it's 9.5s all around. So don't mind the camera. I'm sorry about that. It's just, like I said, my first time filming one of these things. So anyway, 9.5s all around. Still a nice card. That's a true gem right there. So that's it for Young Guns. I do have some other brands, and one of my favorite brands to look at is the Ultimate Collection. So the Ultimate Collection, I believe, is around 150 bucks a box. Basically, it's one pack, and you get these base cards. There's different levels, so this is like the cheap level. It's called the Ultimate Introduction. These are rookies of Pettersson here. These ones here probably are worth around 20 or 30 bucks. Nothing too crazy. But as you start getting to parallels, they do get a little bit pricey. I won't quote a price on the ones I'm about to show you, but they are extremely rare and really, really cool. So there's painter's tape on this one because of the packaging. Again, I have it in these portraits case here. I have a piece of cardboard basically behind it just to protect the card. So that painter's tape is just keeping it in secure in there until I have the opportunity to buy those grading sleeves. And this is called the Royal Red variation. Look at that, 1 of 6, okay? That is incredibly rare. Now, there's 2 types of the Royal Red. There's this one, which is the good one, and then there's also one called Showcase, but this is the one that you want to get. And I have 2 of them. So let's put that over here. I have 1 of 6 and 6 of 6. These cards are quite thick relative to a Young Gun, so they're difficult to grade. And I'm a real fan of these, so if you have any there, let me know in the chat. And if you're down to do a trade or something. I have Austin Matthews, Patrick Laine, Mitch Marner, and I have a few more of the big ones. And I have the Austin Matthews Royal Red 1 of 6. That card is incredibly sought after and difficult to find because there's only 6 of them. I would say that 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when they were starting to pop up on eBay, they were going for around 1,500 Canadian. This one here is my favorite of all time, Pettersson cards. It is an autograph on card, and it's out of 5, and it is in gold ink, which I think is so cool. Take a look at that, and see the logo, see his name. It's all holograms. I think it is one of the most beautiful cards I've ever seen. And of course, the zoom is not cooperating, but the card is out of 5, and it is just a gorgeous card. And my last card, and not less valuable in any way than this one, probably this one here, I would say the black one. I'm guessing it's around $1,000, around $1,000 probably. This one here is probably not as much for sure, but it's his Future Watch auto. I haven't had time to slab it. I got that one in the trade a few months back, but I just had to have a Future Watch. So the ones that I'm still looking for to find are the Cup, and I also want to get a Future Watch inscribed. So I have a ton of other cards I might share on the channel, but yeah, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this little video here. I had a lot of fun collecting these, and I do a lot of math, but I do love the hobby as well. Thank you for watching.